Have you ever met someone who seemed perfect, kind, or even deeply spiritual, only to realize later that they were using that image to manipulate and control? It leaves a knot in your stomach, a feeling of being tricked or conned, and you start doubting yourself. You're not crazy. What you experienced is real, and there is a pattern to this behavior that can be recognized and understood. This video dives deep into a specific type of manipulator, the Christian narcissist. These are individuals who wear the outward trappings of faith, attending church, quoting scripture, helping at fundraisers, but whose hearts and motives are hollow. They prey on the trust and compassion of others, leaving emotional and spiritual damage in their wake. Here on the Emotional Soulmate channel, the mission is to shine a light on narcissistic behavior and emotional abuse, helping viewers gain clarity, protect themselves, and reclaim their emotional power. By the end of this video, you will be equipped with the insights to recognize the warning signs of Christian narcissists, safeguard your heart, and understand how healthy spiritual relationships actually feel. Stay with this video to the end for a full understanding and guidance that can help you take your power back. 1. The illusion of connection. Christian narcissists often appear warm, compassionate, and approachable. They smile, make eye contact, and listen just enough to make you feel noticed. But when it comes to genuine emotional intimacy, they are unreachable. They are like plastic plants, beautiful on the outside, but incapable of growth or nourishment. Any effort you make to water that connection is wasted because they are hollow inside. True intimacy in a relationship involves trust, vulnerability, and consistent care. It requires open communication, empathy, and mutual respect. A Christian narcissist fakes these qualities to serve their own needs. They may create temporary illusions of closeness, charm, and flattery, but it's all strategic. Their interest is transactional, aimed at maintaining control or ensuring they get what they want. For those who are eager to connect deeply with others, this can feel painfully familiar. You may find yourself pulling all the weight in a relationship, constantly trying to earn the attention, approval, or affection of someone who can never truly give it. Recognizing this pattern is the first step in reclaiming emotional freedom. 2. The fragility behind the facade. Christian narcissists are masters at projecting confidence and righteousness, yet their self-esteem is fragile. They react defensively to any form of criticism, even constructive feedback. Conversations can spiral quickly into defensiveness, denial, or aggression, leaving you apologizing for your own words and feelings, while the real issue remains unresolved. This is not about arrogance or misunderstanding. It is about control. They cannot process feedback without seeing it as an attack, and their motives are rarely aligned with truth or spiritual growth. Genuine Christians, on the other hand, welcome feedback as a pathway to growth, guided by humility and the desire to align with God's will, rather than their ego. Watching how someone handles accountability can reveal a lot. Narcissists may appear righteous outwardly, quoting scripture or giving advice, but internally, their focus is entirely on protecting their image and authority. They manipulate criticism to ensure others remain in their sphere of influence while maintaining the illusion of moral or spiritual superiority. 3. Pride and the need for validation. Pride is at the core of narcissistic behavior. Conversations with a Christian narcissist are almost always focused on their achievements, their needs, or their perspective on life. They seek constant validation, approval, and admiration. Their failures are blamed on external factors or other people, while their successes are magnified and celebrated as evidence of their superiority. This behavior starkly contrasts with biblical guidance, which encourages humility and sober judgment. True Christian relationships thrive on mutual respect, encouragement, and celebration of each other's growth. A healthy person listens, validates, and genuinely rejoices in your accomplishments without feeling threatened. With a Christian narcissist, your voice, needs, and successes are secondary to the narrative they are constructing about themselves. Recognizing the signs of inflated self-focus is crucial. If someone consistently dominates conversations, ignores your perspective, or exaggerates their accomplishments, it is a red flag that their heart is not aligned with compassion, equality, or shared spiritual growth. 4. Responding to needs. A defining feature of narcissistic behavior is the way someone responds to your needs. Christian teachings emphasize selflessness and caring for others, but narcissists exploit these values. They appear giving or involved in charitable acts, but their generosity is often conditional or performative. Your needs are treated as inconveniences. Support, care, or attention is given only when it serves them or enhances their image. If you tend to prioritize others, this can make you an easy target. The dynamic becomes exhausting, leaving you drained and questioning your worth. In contrast, healthy Christian relationships balance giving and receiving. True believers understand boundaries, respect your time and energy, and genuinely care about your well-being. They don't weaponize generosity or make it a tool for control. They celebrate your victories and meet your needs without expectation, cultivating mutual respect and trust. 5. Manipulative use of Scripture. Christian narcissists often cloak their manipulation in Scripture, quoting verses out of context to assert power or control. This misuse of faith can be subtle but destructive. The purpose of Scripture in their hands is not to guide, comfort, or inspire. It is to justify their behavior and manipulate those around them. Healthy Christians use Scripture with humility and compassion. They share verses to encourage spiritual growth, comfort in difficulty, or provide guidance aligned with God's teachings. They do not wield Scripture as a weapon, demand submission, or twist passages to elevate themselves above others. Spotting Scripture manipulation requires discernment. If every biblical quote seems to center on control, authority, or self-aggrandizement rather than mutual encouragement and spiritual care, this is a strong indicator of narcissistic intent. 6. Emotional instability. One of the most disorienting aspects of Christian narcissists is their emotional unpredictability. Their moods and behaviors can shift dramatically, leaving you second-guessing yourself and questioning reality. One moment they may seem attentive, kind, and spiritually grounded. The next, cold, dismissive, or aggressive. This instability is intentional and rooted in their dependence on others for validation and control. Healthy individuals experience moods and frustrations, but their core behavior remains consistent. Narcissists, however, manipulate emotions like a moving tide, keeping those around them off balance and uncertain. Recognizing this instability is key to protecting yourself. Trust is impossible to build with someone who is inconsistent, and your well-being should never be compromised to accommodate their ever-shifting moods. The ability to identify patterns of manipulation and emotional volatility is critical for reclaiming peace and stability. Empowerment through awareness. Encountering a Christian narcissist can be profoundly disorienting and painful. Yet awareness is power. Recognizing the signs: lack of genuine connection, defensiveness, pride, selfishness, scripture manipulation, and emotional instability equips you to step back, reclaim your boundaries, and protect your heart. Healing begins with understanding that you are not at fault for being manipulated. Your desire for connection, compassion, and faithfulness is a strength, not a weakness. With discernment, you can seek authentic relationships that honor mutual respect, spiritual growth, and emotional safety. This video serves as both a warning and a guide. By learning to recognize these patterns, you gain the tools to safeguard your heart and restore trust in yourself and others. True spiritual companionship brings encouragement, growth, and unwavering support, not manipulation, control, or emotional drain. Take this knowledge and carry it forward. Allow it to illuminate relationships, guide your choices, and strengthen your confidence. Share your experiences, leave a comment, or discuss these insights with someone you trust. Every step toward awareness is a step toward freedom. And as always, because YouTube's algorithm tends to favor videos with strong engagement, if you feel this video has brought you value, a simple like and a quick subscribe would mean so much. It not only helps this message reach more people who need it, but also ensures you will never miss the next video that could make a difference in your journey. Thanks all